Prince and Princess of Wales lead tributes to the former rugby league player Rob Burrow, who's died at the age of 41. A star on the pitch, he was diagnosed with motor neurone disease, and his campaign to raise awareness of the condition touched the nation. Hundreds gathered to pay their respects tonight outside his former club in Leeds. Good evening to you. The Prince and Princess of Wales have led tributes to the inspirational former rugby league player Rob Burrow, who's died at the age of 41. He had motor neurone disease, and his courageous story touched the nation. With William and Catherine tonight saying Rob taught us that in a world full of adversity, we must dare to dream. In a glittering career on the pitch, he won 8 Super League titles with Leeds Rhinos. But after his diagnosis, he dedicated himself to raising awareness about the disease. Sally Nugent looks back at his life.
Rob Burrow's life is defined by his defiance of the odds. As the smallest player in a Giants game, he was world class.
Absolute legend. Pound for pound, probably the strongest player we had in the squad and the strongest guy who's played in Super League. So honoured to have played alongside him.
Born on the 26th of September 1982 and raised in the rugby league heartland of West Yorkshire, it was obvious at an early age that Rob wanted to be a professional in the sport he loved.
They always used to say, oh, he's good, is that Rob, but he's never going to make it because he's not big enough.
After signing for Leeds Rhinos as a teenager, he went on to become one of their greatest. But not long into retirement, he was diagnosed with motor neurone disease. It was a condition he faced with incredible positivity.
I'm not giving in out till my last breath. You know, I have too many reasons to live.
The love he had for his family and the love they had for him shone through as Rob made his private battle a public one to help raise awareness of MND.
Rob's aim was to be a voice to raise that awareness for other people that were suffering and going through this.
First, when Rob was diagnosed, I was the one that would break down in tears, and Rob would be, you know, pull yourself together, Lindsey, you know, we can get through this.
The wider rugby league family also united behind him to raise funds for research into a condition that has no cure and no treatment.
Who scored the most tries out of you two?
Oh, by a long way. By a long way.
I think he knows that as well.
Yeah, is he laughing?
Yeah, he is.
Laughing, yeah.
Hopefully through the campaign we have done, we have helped to make people aware of MND and to give people and families affected by the disease some hope. We have to keep raising funds to fight this disease until we have a cure.
Rob Burrow overcame so many challenges on and off the field. He will always be remembered as a giant, whether wearing the blue and amber of his beloved Leeds or wearing the warmest of smiles in the face of a cruel disease.
Rob Burrow, who's died at the age of 41.
At 5'4" tall, Rob Burrow was never the biggest rugby league player, but his speed, skill and courage made him one of the greatest. For a man blessed with such immense sporting talent, it was a cruel diagnosis. Motor neurone disease wasted his muscles and stiffened his body. But as the illness took its toll, Burrow's spirit seemed only to grow stronger. The last years of his life were spent relentlessly raising money for research and helping others who were living with the disease. In a world full of adversity, the Prince of Wales said tonight, Rob Burrow taught us that we must dare to dream. Ellie Pitt has this report.
To rugby league fans, Rob Burrow will be remembered as one of the sport's most successful players. For others, their memories will be shaped by the disease that defined the last 4.5 years of his life. Tonight, the club where he spent his entire career announced that he has died of motor neurone disease at the age of 41. In a statement, Leeds Rhinos have paid tribute to their teammate. Rob never accepted that he couldn't do something. He just found his way of doing it better than anyone else. He will continue to inspire us all every day.
I want to remember the good side of Rob. You know, it's obviously sad at times like this, but I want to remember the Robert I used to see standing naked or holding court in the dressing room with a great sense of humour. And when I remember the courageous guy I played alongside, shoulder to shoulder for my country.
During his career, Rob was known as the smallest player in the Super League. But he played his stature to his strength and lifted numerous trophies in the 17 seasons he spent at Leeds Rhinos. 2 years after he retired came the diagnosis of an incurable disease.
You have your good days, your bad days, but yeah.
But far from hide, Rob shared with the country how the debilitating condition affected him and his family. And through numerous challenges, he raised millions for research.
He was so stoical. His sense of humour shone through in how he dealt with this diagnosis and this journey with MND. I mean, it's phenomenal how he coped and what he shared of himself with the community, and we are so grateful for that.
For raising money and awareness of the illness, Rob was awarded a CBE. Tonight, Prince William has spoken of Rob's huge heart. And this evening, the outpouring of love for Rob has already begun at the ground he gave his working life to.
Gutted.
Yeah, feel very sorry for his family too.
Yeah,
3 little
just
children.
horrible.
It's really sad because he's only 41 and he's died, so...
And it's quite sad.
And he's a legend, to be fair.
He'll never be replaced, but he'll always be remembered.
Rob Burrow was a legend of the league, but how he made sure his diagnosis would improve the lives of others with MND will be his legacy.
Remembering Rob Burrow, who has died at the age of 41.